Shalom, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash. The bonus of the elders, apostles, a great millstone that rule well. Shalom to the elect. This topic is about World War III, which is imminent, man. This is prophesied in the scriptures. Here I wrote in the Wikipedia World War III, and it says, World War III, I won't read all of it, but most of it, or some of it, should I say. Third World War, World War III, and WW3 are the names given to the hypothetical global conflict subsequent to World War I and World War II. The term has been in use since as early as 1941. Excuse me. Some apply it loosely to limited or more minor conflicts such as the Cold War and the War on Terror. In contrast, others assume that such a conflict would surpass prior world wars in both scope and destructive impact. In other words, more deadlier. At the bottom of the picture it says, nuclear warfare is a common symbol and theme of World War III scenarios. Such a conflict has been hypothesized to possibly result in a lead to human extinction. Now, there won't be total annihilation of the planet or mankind, because, scriptures it tells you that the earth, it's like the earth abideth forever, and there are going to be people that will survive and they're going to be taken captive, slaves. Due to the development of nuclear weapons in the Manhattan Project, which were used in the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki near the end of World War II, and the subsequent acquisition and development by many countries afterwards, the potential risk of a nuclear apocalypse causing inevitable widespread mass destruction on Earth's civilization and life is a common theme in speculations about a third world war. Okay. Another primary concern is that biological warfare could cause mass casualties. It could happen intentionally or inadvertently by an accidental release of a biological agent, by unexpected mutation of an agent. Salakia, forgive me. Or its adaptation to other species after use. Large-scale apocalyptic events like these, caused by advanced technology used for destruction, could render most of Earth's surface inhabitable, like radiation and stuff, and so forth. But that's all I'll read. You can read the rest for yourself. Nuclear warfare, yeah. This is Revelations 11:14. Is there a third world war? Well, the scripture says so. The second woe is past. The World War II is past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third war, World War III, comes very soon. That's what the scripture says. And nowhere would you read in the Bible about a fourth woe. World War IV. No, it stops and ends with World War III. Because that's the war to end all wars. And that's when the Lord will make his return simultaneously. Isaiah 9 verse 5, and it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. Yeah. So just like in ancient time, warriors, when they went out to war, usually it was close combat, man. They charge in and fight to the death, separating limbs, guts, organs. It was up close and personal, man. Yes, you had bow and arrows and such forth, but for the most part, it was close combat. Now, in this era, there is some form of close combat, boots on the ground and stuff like soldiers, but, with the use of the sword developing, into like weapons such as guns, You know, everything is more distance, and especially with the nuclear capabilities and drones and robots, there's no need to really engage in person for the most part. Anyways, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So this war, this upcoming war is going to be consist of mainly burning and fuel of fire, which should remind you of what? Nuclear weapons, man. Nukes and missiles, ICBMs, drone strikes, air strikes, you know, and such. Joel 2, start from verse 3. And this is a description and vision, a prophecy of missiles and nuclear capabilities in the Bible. Verse 3, Joel 2 and 3, and a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. So, so when this device, this object is flying through the skies, it's engulfed with fire, front and back. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them. So before it lands, before it impacts, it makes an impact. Things are intact. Things look beautiful. Things look like the Garden of Eden. Yeah. Grass and trees all growing, things flourishing on the earth just before it lands. And behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah. So after the impact, after it hits, great destruction happens, and that landmass is no longer the same. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Yeah. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run in formation. Yeah, charging in formation. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of a mountain shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people sit in battle array. Before a face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. Yeah. So when people see forgive me. When people see these nukes about to land or missiles charging at them, hearing the sirens, 30 minutes to evacuate or however long, people are going to be terrified. Yeah. That's why it says face shall gather blackness. The face should be much pained. They're going to be scared, frightened to death, scattering. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their rank. Yeah, these missiles are going to be, they're targeted to hit whatever they're supposed to hit. Yeah. They will do what they're intended to do. They will go where they're intended to go. Yeah. They won't collide with one another. They won't trip with one another. They'll stay in formation. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in a city. They shall run up the walls. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Yeah, the missiles, are going to be hitting all directions and places, man. They're going to be hitting buildings, houses, shopping malls, estates, parks. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're hiding in the house. It will land. Once it impacts, it will decimate that building, man. The earth shall quake before them, you see. A rumble, impact, shockwave. The heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army. For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his sword. And guess what? The Lord is actually in control of these weapons, man. Ultimate, man. And you got Esau with his, AI and stuff like that, which can program the ICBMs and missiles and stuff like that. But ultimately, the Lord Yahweh Shemishai, the angels are in control of this disaster, man. Revelation 7. For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? Who's able to stand in those days, man? No one's able to stand unless you have the Lord, man. Yahweh Shemishai with you. Joel 3, verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. There's going to be a war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Yeah, there's gonna be drafts, man. Major drafts. Yeah. These civilized countries are not gonna care how old the young people are, or how old the old people are. Yeah. When there's war, it calls for desperation, man. Yeah. And in this case, they're gonna be inviting and drafting forcefully you strong, feminist, independent women, man. You're gonna have your time. You're gonna have your 15 minutes of fame in a time of war, man. To see how strong and independent you are. Yeah, there's gonna be no hedge and protection for even women in those days. Yeah, during World War II and stuff like that, some places, if you were 16, you were drafted or enlisted. You never know what can happen now. You drop down the ages, man. Out of desperation. But anyways, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. Yeah. Now, you're going to get, as you can see, many countries are going to forget about maybe like their social development. They're going to use all their tax money to invest in military warfare, man. In military weapon. To getting their army big and strong. Buying more military uniforms, arsenals, fighter jets, tanks, cars, submarines, missiles, bombs, weapons, all types of weapons. Yeah, all countries are gonna get highly invested into warfare, man. It says, "Let the weak say I'm strong." All different countries that you thought that were weak, now they're gonna have nuclear and missile capabilities. Yeah, they're gonna grow in size. They're gonna have allies to make them stronger. Yeah, they're gonna join forces with other great superpowers. Russia on one side, America on one side. Assemble yourselves, and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah. The valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, Yahweh's judgment. Yeah. Yahweh's decision, which is going to be in the region of the Middle East. That's where there's high tension over there. That's where it is a hot spot, a war zone, man. Yeah. So yes, there it is. The Lord, the scriptures does proclaim and prophesy that there is a great war coming. World War III, a war to end all wars, man. Yeah. All praise be to Yahweh, Shemishai, B'Shemukah Kadash, Shalom.